How's it going, everybody? This is Pristine Paper back again for another video. And today I have a pretty awesome 12 card mail day to show you guys. I've been kind of stacking these cards up and waiting to make a video. I feel like it's easier to do it that way than to make, several smaller videos. But in front of you, I have two stacks. This left-hand stack is like the Celtics related pickups. And this stack here is more of the miscellaneous slash Al Horford cards. There's actually 3 Al Horford cards in this stack. So let's get to this first. Now let me just scooch these over to the side. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen the vast majority of these cards already. But it's kind of another chance for me to kind of talk about the card and explain why I bought it. So anyway, this is the first one here. You might have seen this in my last video. This is the 2015-16 Panini Gold Standard White Gold Threads. Number 25 of DeMarcus Cousins right here. And you can see it's number 6 of 25. A really nice chunky patch. And I already talked about how beautiful the surface looks on these 2015-16 Gold Standard cards. But, I mean, really, it is just like a flawless looking image and overall aesthetic. But I picked this one up for my set chase, like I said, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. I already talked about it in the last video, but I have 7 out of 15 of these 2015-16 Gold Standard cards now, so pretty cool. So that's the first pickup. I already talked about it, like I said, so I don't need to talk about it much more. Next up is this really awesome Mookie Betts card that I got for my birthday. Layla got it for me, and I'm just going to do the same thing on this one because it got shipped in the mag that was way bigger for the card. Way bigger than the card is, I should say. But this is a 2019, excuse me, Topps Major League Material. This is a red number 25 of Mookie Betts, and it's game use patch. And if you use the authenticator or the authenticated sticker right there, you'll see that this was worn in the game in the 2018 season. I believe it was August 4th in a game against the Yankees. I think the final score was like 3-1 or 4-1. Sox would win it. Mookie had 4 at bats and wouldn't get a hit that game, but he did have some catches like in the outfield, so pretty good overall card. But I wanted this one because he just won the World Series. He has his 4th ring now. He has the most World Series rings out of any active player in the MLB, so that's pretty cool. And I always have fond memories of Mookie, even though the Red Sox stupidly traded him. I don't have to go into that either, but it's pretty awesome that this is from his 2018 MVP season as well. It's just overall a really awesome card. I like that it's from a game against the Yankees, of course. And although Mookie didn't get like a offensive statistic on the board, it still was the MVP of that team. So anything he brought to the locker room would also count, I guess. But anyway, got that one for my birthday. So thanks again, Layla. Now this one is a very interesting story. It is a 2015-16 Panini Noir. I believe this is just the... I don't know. I'll put up on the screen here the set name, but it's just the maybe acetate material patch card. I don't remember the 49. I don't really even know the name of this card, and I'll explain why. So I've had this card in my eBay watch list for, I don't know, maybe like a year or 2 at this point, and it was $49, and it was never at a price point that I felt was I'd be comfortable paying $49 for this card. I feel like it's more of in the $30 range maybe, and so I never pressed buy it now on the card. And I was in bed the other night scrolling through my watch list, as some people do. I don't know, as this event has happened to me, I've told people and they don't really do that. So maybe they learned to not do that, because essentially I kind of dozed off with my phone in my hand, and I woke up, had my phone in my hand still, and it said that I bought this card. Basically, I feel like I purchased this card in my sleep, or I don't know if I don't know how I did it. Maybe I put the phone on my body, and when it went through, because I checked, you have to go through 3 levels of I guess or 3 steps to buying a card on eBay, through the watch list part. So it's not like I won this at auction or anything. I had just, I guess, somehow bought this card in my sleep, and I was like, you know what, I guess it could be worse. It could have been $1,000 card or something. But and again, it's an Al Horford card for my PC, I guess. At least I was searching through my watch list at the same time. It could have been something I wasn't even interested in. But regardless, yeah, that's pretty wild. I feel like I did actually buy this card in my sleep. So yeah, it's in the PC now. You know, number 49, nice chunky neon patch with Al Horford. And these next two are in a lot deal. So it was the Prime and then the base version of 99. So this is the 2014-15 Panini National Treasures timeline materials, and this is the Prime number to 25. And like I said, that's the base to 99. And this is a lot deal. Like I said, I just wanted this one mainly, and I'll keep that in the PC unless I decide to move it to a like one of my local card shops just on the cheap, because I don't really need 2 copies of this card. But really cool card here. I haven't really done too much research on the game it's commemorating yet. It has some stuff on the back about it, but it's, you know, from a game in 2015, and this is a nice chunky patch of the chest plate. I believe it would say Hawks in the white jersey, but he's pictured here in the red one. And it's cool too to see the timeline up until 2020. Being in 2025 now, this card is 10 years old. So yeah, this was worn on January 13th, 2020 or 2015. Excuse me, I have the years all mixed up. But it was a game against the Sixers, and as you can see or read, I'll read it to you guys too. Wilkins headed to the Hawks locker room looking for Horford after the team beat the Sixers. Congratulations on your first one, brother, Wilkins said to the center after he authored his first career triple-double. Horford did it by tallying 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. So pretty cool. It's now this relic is not game dated, of course, as you can see. If it were, these would be the same color jersey, but still cool to have that commemoration to Horford's, you know, first triple double. So really cool to have both those ones there. All right, done with those random miscellaneous ones. On to the Celtics pickups now. Oop, something got stuck back there. Alrighty, here we go. So first one here that was sitting on top. I finally got one of the newest Jason Tatum game night jerseys. It is from the 2024-25 set. Noir game night jerseys, and this is the gold foil or gold holofoil number 10. Sorry, I'm just like getting all this cat hair off of it. There's so many parallels in this set now. So I really just kind of wanted to stick to what I had in the previous years. Because there's like versions numbered to 5 and numbered to like 18 and 25, and like I rather, and like in the previous Tatum I just have that one numbered to 10. So I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna go for any of them, I'm gonna go for the copies numbered to 10. So really nice card here. Really happy with it. And you can see on the back here, Tatum had 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists and a steal in this game. It was against the Miami Heat on November 4th, 2021. In Boston, and ended up winning that game. So really cool. And I now have all of the Celtics cards from these sets, the 2022-23 set, 2023-24, and now 2024-25. They're all Tatum and Brown, but I have all the Browns and now I have all the Tatums. So really awesome. Really happy about that. This next one here, I picked up and cracked it out of, I think it was a PSA 6 holder. And it was a Pop 1 that was put in the eBay listing, which I thought was funny. But it's a Jaylen Brown patch from 2021-22 National Treasures. And it's the Jersey Treasures, like I said, number 25. And this is a piece of the sponsor logo patch. It was the General Electric sponsor logo patch, which I thought was really cool. Out of all the Celtics sponsor logos that they've had, which are, these sponsor patches up here, this one is the Vistaprint, of course. This one, like I said, is the General Electric. It was a circular patch with the General Electric logo. I thought it flowed really nicely. It kind of blended into the jersey in a way, whereas these new Vistaprint ones are just like put on the jersey and it's just words. I just really liked the General Electric patch the best. And I didn't have any of those patch pieces in my collection, so I saw this one up for a great deal. Buy it now. Like I said, in that PSA 6 holder, and I bought it. So really happy to have that. Jaylen Brown has been playing really well this season, and it's not my only Brown pickup this video, so that's kind of a nice little hint there. Next one here is a Rajon Rondo pickup. It is the Court Kings Performance Art from 2015-16, number 1 of 25. So saw this card on eBay, and I love this set. From numerous years of Court Kings, they've had this in many years. And I always try to collect the Prime versions of them, and because they're game dated, like I don't know if I mentioned that. But this was worn on November 12th, 2014, so you can see that it is in a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Rondo, nice picture of Rondo right there, nice chunky patch right there. I love seeing the stitching on patches. And you can see in the back here, Rajon Rondo had 20 points, 12 assists, and 9 rebounds against the Thunder. So really cool to be able to look back at games and see like where this patch actually came from and associate a stat line with it. That's one of my favorite parts of collecting for sure. So really happy to have a Rajon Rondo Prime in the collection now. But in this set, I have numerous other Rondos, but really cool to have a Celtics from a game dated set. Now, like I said, this was not my only Jaylen Brown pickup. This one just came in today, and it is truly just stunning. I know I was just trashing the Vistaprint logo, but this is the 2023-24 Flawless Emerald, number to 5. I think like a dual patch of Jaylen Brown, and the patches are the Vistaprint patches. This is the end of Vista, and this is the end of Print. And I thought it was really cool because they're from different jerseys. This is from a black jersey. This is from a white jersey. So really, really cool and unique. Number to 5 with a nice green foil, color matching the Celtics, of course. And like I said, Jaylen Brown's been playing really well this season without Jason Tatum. Probably a All NBA player. When it's all said and done at the end of the season. I'm not really too concerned with the Celtics, record. It's like I said, it is what it is. And we're gonna play the guys that we got. And whenever Tatum comes back, that's when we'll be focused on being more competitive again. But yeah, I really, really love this card a lot. And like I said, it just came today, so I hadn't taken this really super nice look at it yet. Let's actually take it out. Or take this top part out. Yeah, that's awesome. Really nice. Really happy with it. So, really, really cool pickup there. And the last one of the video is this really sweet Panini 1-in-1 card. It is the Timeless Moments from the 2024-25 set of Isaiah Thomas, and it's the blue or sapphire number 49 autograph of Isaiah Thomas, and it is featuring his playoff 50 piece. He cooks, as it says here, Thomas cooks up a postseason 50 piece against the Wizards, and this is an iconic game. On the back here, it says that he joined legends like John Havlicek and Sam Jones, becoming the 5th player in Celtics history to score at least 50 points in a postseason game. He scored 53 in that game too in the 2017 East semis. So, and this is just an iconic moment in recent Celtics history, I would say. The team didn't win a championship that year, but it was just a pretty gritty playoff series, I remember. And this is specifically the shot where I forget which Morris twin it was, but he fouled Isaiah, and it ended up being an and one, and it was one of the coolest moments of the game. So, and love the Isaiah Thomas autograph right there as well. Like I said, like I had told you guys before, I had met Isaiah Thomas last year now, and I got his autograph then, and yeah, this is one of my favorite cards in my collection now, even though it is the blue foil. This is the 49, and I got this for a lot cheaper than the versions to 99 in the silver foil, so more copies, higher comps, I guess, maybe just because the blue foil is it doesn't really blend in as well with the rest of the design, but overall I'm happy with it because I think it kind of matches the ink nicely. So yeah, those are all my pickups, all 12 of them. Here are all of my Celtics ones. Like I said, really, really happy to get those in, and all my other ones over here. My 3 Al Horfords, Mookie, and DeMarcus Cousins. So yeah, I hope you liked and enjoyed that video. Comment below what your favorite pickup was. And without further ado, I'm just gonna say bye. See you later.